The main thing you need to keep in mind when sending a text message to a girl is that you're sending a text in order to elicit some sort of response. So when sending text messages, you want to send shit that stands out and makes you way different than all the other guys hitting up this one hot girl you're talking to. You want to make her feel some emotions when she's texting you. It's pointless to be just her texting buddy. She replies to when she doesn't have anything to do. Think of it like this. If you're a decently hot girl, you most likely have at least 3 or 4 guys hitting you up on a daily basis. Being in this position not only puts the girl in a position of power, but it also puts her in a position wherein she sees massive amounts of volume in terms of the messages that guys send her. So with all the texts the girl you like probably gets regularly and all the texts she's seen, you really think texting her some shit like, "Hey, what's up?" is going to get you a response and make her want to sleep with you? Fuck no. Your opening messages need to signal that you're not only confident, but that you're in a position of power and that you have equal amounts of girls hitting you up. This is what will really make her chase you and want to text you first. So when sending an opening message, you should be thinking to yourself, how can I make this more unique? And from there, you can start making your messages more and more unique until it just becomes second nature, and you become a baller who only thinks of unique messages to send. The goal isn't to try and memorize all these tools and tricks and always have them in your head to use. They are a guide meant to show you what works until you become a lady killer, who does them instinctively without even needing to think twice. You probably have those fancy one-liners that make the girls drip somewhere in your head. You just need to learn how to express it through text. Alright, so now that we got that out the way, you ready to see all the best opening lines that I personally use myself? Ready? Okay, here they are. One of my easy opening lines I like to use is, "Your evening entertainment has arrived." This is a good one because you can substitute evening with morning or afternoon or whatever time of day it is. This is a perfect opener because it sets a fun tone for the rest of the conversation and signals your confidence and power, because only a confident guy would make a claim like that for his first text to a girl. So I really like this line. Another line I like to use is, "I'm here to initiate the beginning of our romantic love story that'll end with tragedy." This is a really sarcastic way to open, but it's also good because it sets the tone of the conversation to be talking about you and her and your supposed love story. I actually used this in a conversation with a girl recently, but more importantly, it sets the tone for that intimate and personal communication. That means communication is established with a text like this. It makes the conversation inherently sexual and makes it easier to set up and deliver flirty and sexual banter. Conversation with the girl is to make a callback another really good way to open a text to something you talked about in person or in a previous conversation. If you guys previously talked about a TV show or a really funny YouTuber you both love to watch, then you can shoot her a text about it. Something like, "Did you see what just happened last episode?" or something to that effect. You can also use callback humor to tease her or make a joke about something you guys mentioned in the past. It's really similar to the example I just gave previously about mentioning a TV show or something, but in this case, it'd be used for something more personal between you two. A really dope thing I like to do is text myself from the girl's phone when we first exchange numbers and text something like, "It was so great meeting you. I now know what it feels like to meet the love of my life." This way, you can respond to it something flirty and have the conversation started for you in the frame that you want to establish for the relationship between the two of you. It's worth mentioning that you shouldn't be afraid to take risks with the text messages you send, especially the texts you're sending to initiate a conversation, because at the end of the day, the more unique it is, the more likely she is to respond. This brings me to the homework for today's video. Go out and send a girl you're talking to an opening text that is riskier than you would normally send, and see how the results differ from the regular bullshit you usually text a girl. And don't pussy out on this one. Literally pull your phone out right now and send it. No excuses. If you really want to improve your texting, then you can check out the link in the description, where I put all of my knowledge in one single book.